Boom. I'm leading the show. Boom. Perfect.
Okay, so boom. It's so easy to talk about men's flaws in 2021, right? Hot topic. You could spill out whatever you want and it's accepted. Also, in that category, dads. Everybody loves to talk about what dads are doing wrong. But that's not what I want to talk about right now. I want to talk about, okay, so boom, toxic moms. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I feel like we all got moms. Some of us don't have dads, MIA, but we all got moms. And I feel like it's taboo to talk bad about moms. But I feel like it's a discussion to be had. Yeah. What's your take?
I agree, because it's not only the fathers that are doing wrong things. I mean, mothers should be pointed out as well, because there are moms out there that are leaving their kids with just anyone to go out rather than having to leave their kids to go make some money, you know, like working and stuff like that. So, yeah.
So you brought up a great point, right? Moms leaving kids with just anybody. I'm going to throw this statistic out there. Y'all, I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm going to throw it out there. I feel like 70% of molestation cases come from irresponsible moms leaving kids with just anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And not only that, you can say the mother gets a boyfriend and she's not even been with him for a while, or she could be with him for a while and suddenly he's like, oh, that child looks interesting. Let's, get into that. So, I've read so many stories on that, and it's very concerning.
It's prevalent. That's the problem. It's prevalent. And I know it sounds like I'm bashing mothers who are trying their best, right? But even our best could be better, right? Like if I were to just sit here and be like, well, I'm doing it, right? There's always room for improvement. Just because you're a single mom doesn't mean that you have the room to just let your child stay with just anybody, right? And I think that's so prevalent nowadays. And like you said, the boyfriends. A clear sign of a toxic mom is a mom that brings men into the lives without a clear-cut background check. Who is this guy?
Yeah.
What's he like?
Yeah.
But a lot of toxic moms will choose the D over their children.
Yeah.
The emotion over the children's best interests.
It's really bad.
You know? Do you have any experience with that by chance?
I don't bring people around my kids.
And that's a sign of a non-toxic mom.
Because I'm a helicopter parent, and in a way, I'm trying to like pull back on that. But since I've had my experiences with childhood trauma, and that was from women though.
Really?
Yes.
Another
baby
thing
sisters,
that we're not willing to talk about, right? A lot of cases, we love to think that it's always the male perpetrator, and it's easy to talk about.
Yep.
No one wants to talk about the female perpetrators when you're young. You know how many women out there are sitting on cases of female perpetrators, right? Running around. But it's not catchy, right? It's not going to catch the Me Too movement, unfortunately. My cases, it was predominantly women. But that's not a hot headline.
Which is ridiculous, because I think more people should pay attention to women that are around their children as well. I mean,
like, just because she's a girl, what does that mean?
Exactly. People are fucked up and they're going to do whatever they want to do. I mean, oh my gosh. That's why I also have an issue with women being around my kids. So it's like,
because you know better.
Oh, yeah.
Through your experiences, you absolutely know better.
Yeah.
Right? I don't understand why people are still trusting family when it's proven
Ooh,
that families
family.
are the number one perpetrators?
Yep.
Why are we still making this mistake time after time? Just because she's a female cousin, just case in point, right?
Yeah.
Who cares? Set up that camera.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. I mean, honestly, the reason why people still go to their family to watch their kids is because a lot of people it's cheaper, and also because a lot of people, they go through the same thing within the family. So say somebody touched this person and then they brought it to this child, and then it goes down the line.
It's a cycle.
And then they pretty much keep it within the family. Oh, that didn't happen to you. You're lying.
Right.
No.
Yeah. Or it's swept under as if it didn't happen because people don't want to have that real talk for the sake of keeping family dynamics together.
Yeah, pretty much.
Another part of toxic moms that I feel like we're not really ready to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it, right? I feel like the courts are very, very biased and unjust towards fathers, right? She dipped, she gone, child support enacted, right? First of all, it's in the name. Child support, not baby mama support, child support. If the courts were just, you should get receipts, right? The money should go to the kid. I'm not trying to support you in the club with your Fashion Nova trash ass self. I want to pay for the child's needs, but child support be bugging. Tripping.
I've heard some stories, like especially for parents, fathers that are really trying to be there for their kids, and they're having to pay like $600, like basically the whole paycheck, and say you're not even working at a bomb ass place, you're making what, $7, what,
just getting by, because it goes by a percentage that is way too high. And to make matters worse, what if you're a trifling ass baby mom? So now only do I have to pay your ass, and I see you on social media shaking that ass, but now I have to deal with your toxic ass self keeping me from that child. That just makes the dad be like, I'm a paycheck and I'm out, right? Makes them be like, what's the point? That's another version of a toxic mom.
Oh my God.
They just, once that baby come out, they're like, yo, the first person to say yes to a babysitter, I'm in the club. I'm in the club.
Can't even remember last time I went to the club.
Shots for every month that they were pregnant.
Damn. Anyways, there was something I was thinking about actually, and concerns that. Damn it. Go ahead and talk because I forgot.
I mean, the whole thing, right, is that if we're gonna shed light. Another thing that we have to talk about with toxic moms is this. Statistically speaking, and I could speak on personal experience, right? I got into the system. I'm talking about the criminal justice system.
Okay.
I was raised with a single mom, right? A discussion we don't want to talk about is the fact that most men, when they were boys, ended up in the criminal justice system from single moms. Now, I know that sounds like I'm bashing, right? But it's statistically true. If a young lad is raised in a single mom household, he might end up in the system one way or another because he's trying to gravitate towards another figure one way or another. I ended up in jail. Like, I'm a statistic, right? So when courts are making their decision about a mom versus a man, I just kind of feel like, why are we negating the statistics based on emotion just because we assume that moms are always going to be good? That man could have a full-time job, no criminal record, and she could be working at freaking Wendy's, and the court going to give her the child.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's always been like that. I remember what I was going to say. My friend, I have quite a few guy friends that are just like, yeah, my baby's mom's, I don't really like to say that, but she won't let me see my kid. And it's because I don't want to get back with her. And I think that's concerning.
Toxic.
I feel like that's something that people should talk about too, because you're withholding your child from getting to know their father figure. And that way, I feel like maybe that'll help them in the future.
Speaking on experience, I got to know my dad later in life.
Yeah.
Growing up, I thought he was a monster because that's what she painted him out to be.
Yeah.
And I think that's common, unfortunate, and unfair. You know, you're holding the narrative. And another thing is that a lot of toxic moms use the child as leverage.
Oh, yeah.
Because the man, believe it or not, is not a monster and is trying his best. But she knows this and will use the man as leverage. But we don't want to talk about that.
It's really sad, though, using your child as a pawn.
You, like, how low do you have to be?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I get it. I get if the father's, like, super weird or something. Like, if he's on some weird shit, yeah, keep the child away. But if he's actually trying to be there, there are so many women out there that would be happy for the father to participate. But then you have women out there that don't want the father to participate in the child's life. And it's just like, what are you doing?
Actively pushing them away.
That's wild to me.
Because they want the check without him there.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, they probably want another dude there.
That's wild.
They probably want, and I know this is speculation, but also I observe, they want the check. They want him to support from a distance. And she gonna bring that other toxic man into the equation because that's the boyfriend, and she's using her emotions versus logic. And growing up, I felt like I was always just a consequence of my mom's bad decisions. And I hate to like say stuff like this because it makes me feel like a bad son, but I felt like I was always just in the back seat. I always felt like I was a secondary priority because obviously she was putting other people before me. And part of my quote unquote mommy issues is trying to constantly please and give more than I should. And I can't set those boundaries and I'm still working on it. But yeah, man, toxic moms don't understand the ripples of their decisions. They're not thinking about it.
Yeah.
But we got to talk about it and think about it more, bring it to light.
I agree.
Boom.
We're doing a survey around the country on the way population handles themselves and speaks and deals with their friends and interact with their peers.